Hello there. Well, there's a turn up for the book. The UK Brexit negotiator Lord Forst says we might get a deal by early next week. Firstly, please subscribe and like this video to give my channel a boost, and I'm always uploading new content, so please do check back daily, and a big thanks to my Patreon and PayPal supporters. What a roller coaster we're on. 1 minute we're on the verge of walking away from the table, and in the next moment a deal is about to be unveiled. With The Sun reporting, Brexit boss David Frost has told Boris Johnson to expect a Brussels trade deal early next week, The Sun can reveal. Britain's chief negotiator has pinpointed a possible landing zone as soon as next Tuesday. And the Express running with, MICHEL Barnier is planning to brief European capitals on Friday amid hopes of a significant breakthrough in the Brexit trade talks in the coming days. The Brussels diplomat will formally update EU ambassadors on the talks for the first time in more than 2 weeks of intensive wrangling over a trade and security deal. Brussels sources have suggested it could be the moment when he first presents the EU-UK Future Relationship Pact to member states. Details of the meeting emerged after it was reported Lord Forst had told Boris Johnson a deal could be agreed by Tuesday. So something somewhere has moved. And I'll be honest, having seen no climb down kites being flown by the UK media, it could be that a good deal with the EU is about to be reached. A good deal for the UK, that is. But there will have to be compromises somewhere, and one of the compromises will, I think, be the quiet dropping of the clauses in the UK Internal Market Bill. I say this because Brussels has already started legal proceedings against the UK over this and will want to show that it's won something. The UK government will probably say that this new deal has negated the original reasons for inserting those clauses. This new deal prevents the EU playing funny games with the Northern Irish Border Protocol, we'll be told. Ergo, they're dropped. That may also explain why there's been no real pushback against the House of Lords vote, yet, just biding time to see which way the EU jumps, and also why the finance bill that was reportedly going to contain similar clauses hasn't yet seen the light of day. 2 things on dropping these clauses though. First, can we trust the EU? Actually, it matters not too much, because even if those clauses are dropped now, they can be put back in later. And secondly, the thing that would irk me if this does happen is that the House of Lords and its rejoiner chums will claim the victory for making Boris stand down over the clauses. Another compromise will almost certainly include the selling out of the UK fishing community. Again, this would be some sort of negotiation-based phased reduction in EU fish quotas over many years. And if some sort of fishing deal along those lines is agreed and it is time limited, then people might accept it. However, hardline Brexiteers might not be that happy and view it with a healthy dose of suspicion. Although the Express report does say that sources on both sides have warned the talks are still deadlocked over future access to Britain's coastal waters and common standards, including controls for state subsidies. So my fears may well be unfounded. We have to wait and see. But once again, the goalposts for any deadline that may have been talked about for getting a deal have been moved again, this time to the 10th of December. And one of the drivers of this may well be that it will, as I understand it, take it beyond the date when the results of the US presidential election are officially declared. Now, there is another aspect to this whole affair: the effects of a no-deal Brexit on certain of the larger and more prosperous EU 27 member states. And the leaders of those countries may well be getting very worried whispers in their ears from their manufacturers and exporters, who profit handsomely from the £100 billion a year trade surplus with the UK that they enjoy. And if the UK is going to take its red lines to the wire and beyond into the realms of no deal, what may tip the balance is that the EU might see the UK proposals for a deal as better for them than a no-deal scenario. And Boris Johnson has always maintained that a no deal is better than a bad deal, something he reiterated within the last 24 hours, with the BBC reporting, "The government was planning a policy relaunch this week after rows within Downing Street and departures of key members of staff, including Mr Johnson's chief advisor Dominic Cummings. As part of its reset statement, Number 10 said the talks this week would be crucial." And in the government reset statement it said, "The Prime Minister has been clear that we will not accept any proposals in the negotiations that undermine our status as a sovereign, independent country. If the EU don't respect the sovereignty of the UK, we will leave on Australian terms, and the Prime Minister is confident that we will prosper." So Boris is still saying it's either a Canada freestyle trade agreement or an Australian-type arrangement. Either will be better than anything the EU is offering us. And the EU 27 are meeting on Thursday to be briefed on all of this. And if Boris sticks to his red lines, in the end, the EU will have to make the decision. Do they agree to a free trade deal as put forward by the UK and at least salvage something from this? Or do they decide to part without a deal and risk the wrath of their own citizens and big business? Remember, as I said yesterday, the EU is also struggling right now to even put a budget and coronavirus rescue package in place. But even with all of this, if there is a deal, I suspect some sort of accord will be reached where fishing and state aid rules are concerned. It comes down to whether there are any timescales put in place limiting EU involvement in these, and importantly how they will be spun on both sides of the channel. And as I've already said, those clauses in the Internal Market Bill would probably need to go too, if we end up with a free trade agreement, that is. Fingers crossed we are now reaching the Brexit endgame, but quite what it will look like is still unclear. At least we know that Boris is not quite a Theresa May clone, or he'd be announcing that it would be a good move for an independent UK to join the Eurozone. Anyway, if you want to hear more from me, please don't forget to subscribe and also press that little bell, or you won't get any notifications. And if you want to see more of me, buy a mug with my mug on it by following the link in the descriptions box below and support me on Patreon or PayPal. So what do you think about all of this? Please share and comment, and thank you for watching.